Well, good morning, everyone. This is Keith Jowers, Dads for Life, and I want to thank you for coming in this morning. I'm founder here with Dads for Life and also the host of the Daily Connections and the Friday Night Live Dad Connection podcast that we do. And we are here each morning with you to talk to dads and try to encourage them on a daily basis to be all involved in their children's lives, and because they are the greatest asset that we have here on earth. Well, today we're going to talk about 5 of the 10 better ways to be a dad. Number one is just, I'd like you to just think about respect for their mother. And I know if you're married, I want you to just really be involved in with your marriage, and let your children see that it is a vital marriage that's working on a day-to-day basis, even though we may have problems like we've been having recently in our country and our world. You as a dad can be involved in being continuing to be the leader that you have been called to be at your home. And even if you're not married, you can still show respect to their children's mother, even though you may disagree at certain things. I still feel like that you can respect them in a way by teaching your kids how to respect their mother, and even though you may disagree because of the discipline, or the way that the weekends fall in for you're going to get your children or whatever, but just showing respect might teach them a valuable lesson as well. Number two is just to spend time with your children. A father that says he's going to do something with his children and promises to take his children here or there and then change his mind at the last minute, that really doesn't help the children in the long run, thinking about, okay, is dad ever going to really keep his promises? I want you to think about how when you schedule some time with your children, I want you to make sure that you are keeping them on that schedule, because it's so important to them, because they've been excited and they've been looking forward to that time with dad. Number three is just earn that right to be heard. I mean, all too often the children only get spoken to by father when he's trying to correct them. But I feel like that if the child and the father have an ongoing communication, that either of you can go to each other when you want to and just have an open line of communication. But that comes with just on a regular basis, starting with your children when they're young, talking to them and tell them that you love them, and let them know that hey, dad is here when you need to talk, because it's going to be important for them as they get older and they start having some problems, that they need to come to dad. They need to feel comfortable with coming to dad. So begin talking to your children early about things that come up, maybe they're struggling with, and you are able to help them, will definitely increase your communication a little bit with them. Number four is I want you to discipline with them with love. I didn't say don't discipline. I said discipline with love. All children need guidance and discipline from their father, and not as punishment all the time. When you go to them, then they feel fearful. And a child really shouldn't feel fearful from their dad. Remind your children of the consequences of their actions, and even if you have to put them in timeout, or take away things from them for part of that discipline, then they will learn from those kind of discipline actions from dad. But make sure that they're comfortable with talking to you. And number five, I want you to just think about just being the role model they need, dad. There's a lot of times when children, they really want to look up to their dad, but they don't feel comfortable in looking up to their dad. Fathers are role models to kids, whether they believe it or not. As a school resource officer for the many years that I actually was involved with a program called Positive Role Models, where I would take older students and help them develop the middle school students, and it really helped them understand that if there's something going on that they don't know how to do, this older student could help them. Well, dads, you're the same way. You can be there for your children and be that role model for them on a daily basis. I just recently, someone shared with me a post of a YouTube channel of a dad who grew up without a dad, but now he has a following because he's doing dad things online and teaching people that never had a dad how to do things. It's really an interesting channel, because he's teaching folks who should have been taught things by their dad. And it's so nice to know that this man has taken this time to build this following up, because there's so many people out there that need a dad and needed their dad, but he wasn't there. So he is actually being the role model for these adults, and some of them are dads now. So being a role model is so important. Well, tomorrow we'll be talking about 5 more. I appreciate each and every one of you spending some time with us this morning, and I certainly hope that you have a great day as we're beginning a new month, and months, everything else that we've got going on, and trying to get back to whatever that normal is going to be, right? I want you to think about just being involved with your children each and every day at whatever level of life that they are in. Till next time, this is Keith with Dads for Life saying go out and encourage, enhance, and enrich the life of someone today or tomorrow, but make sure you start with your children, because they truly do need it the most. May God bless you. Bye-bye.